guys! Welcome back to my channel. So I previously did a video about things that you should take to college that aren't on your packing list. And so I wanted to kind of do another video similar to that one of things that you really don't need that maybe they tell you to take or other people tell you to take. And I found that really they aren't helpful. And this is going off of sorry. This is going off of my list and my experiences. Again, you could have a different experience in college. You might know people who have a different experience in college. But this is just kind of based off my stuff. So before we get into the video, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe down below, and make sure you guys turn on that notification so that way you get notified when I post new videos. Also, leave a comment if there's something that I left out. Or if you have any kind of questions or anything about college, go ahead and leave a comment down below about that. And so this video is obviously made for people who are just getting ready to go to college, but anybody could really use this video as well. And so why don't we just go ahead and get right into the video. Okay, so the first one is kind of I guess controversial, but not. Like, some people say take it and some people say don't take it, and so I personally say don't take this, and I don't really have anything to show you because I don't really have one. But the number one is a rug or kind of carpeting. Most colleges will let you just have like carpet your room, but a lot of them will put rugs on the list. So yes, the floors do get cold, and yes, a lot of them are like concrete or tile type flooring, and they do get cold. But I would not recommend taking a rug unless you plan on trying to clean it, because especially the shaggy rugs are really hard to clean, and you want to make sure you're vacuuming those like constantly. And for me personally, I just don't want to take a vacuum along, and I don't really want to spend the time vacuuming. Take it from experience, especially if you're a girl. You're gonna have, your floor's gonna get dirty. You're gonna find like clumps of hair on the floor if you're a girl, or if you're a guy with long hair, you're gonna find clumps. And if you share a room with somebody who has long hair, or somebody else who has long hair, it's gonna be a lot, like a mess. And so you probably don't want to have a rug on the ground. You could also, I guess if you want to take one, again, make sure you take a vacuum, because you're going to want to clean that very often, because the floors do get dirty a lot and your rug will get dirty a lot. So you're going to constantly want to be cleaning things, which I will add. I didn't add this in my last video, but take a broom and a dustpan. Those are really great to have, to take with you so you can clean up your floor, because again, they do get really dirty. If you don't take a rug, or you don't use a rug, you could also keep like shoes by your bed, like flip-flops or something, or slides by your bed that you wear around the room, or just wear socks. But I know some people don't like socks, so there's that as well. So then you don't have to worry about cleaning up a rug if you're lazy like me. Okay, so the second thing that I really don't recommend taking are binders. So like these kind of binders. Sorry, this one's like really ripped up. I made that mistake my freshman year of college. I took like 6 binders with me because I'm like, oh, I'm going to use them. Because in high school I used binders a lot because we constantly got papers from our teachers. In college, depending on what major you are, you might not get a lot of papers. And especially now that everything's becoming more digital, your professors are not necessarily going to require you to turn in hard copies. I've had very few professors actually want hard copies of papers. A lot of times they will just have you turn it in online. So you're not really getting a lot of papers to have in like a binder, so it's really worthless. Unless your professor requires you have one, or like I said, some majors have more papers than others. Or if you're somebody who likes to take notes on notebook paper instead of in a notebook, that is also, a binder might be a good option. I would recommend either taking folders, or I have this thing I had from high school, and it's a file folder type thing. And so as you guys can kind of see here, hold on, it kind of has, I have like file folder slots to put, like, for example, this is for my business to acting class. I have a slot for the papers, and that's just because I'm not expecting to get a lot of papers from that class, and the same with all my other classes. I'm not really planning on getting a lot of papers from my other classes, so I just had one of these, and I just used one of these, versus buying and carrying around binders that are literally going to have like 2 pieces of paper in them. Number 3 is going to sound really, really odd, but this was on my packing list when I was in college, and number 3 is tin foil. Like I said, this was on my packing list, and I never used it. Like, I literally took a roll of tin foil and I never used it. So, like, unless you're expecting to, you know, put together a circuit or something in your room, which was dangerous and probably not allowed, you really don't need it. Even if you bring home food, or you have extra food that you want to put in a container, I would just bring, like, containers. You know, if you're going out to eat and you bring something back, you're just gonna have like your box that you probably just put in your fridge anyway. Or if you cook your own food, just bring containers. You're not gonna be able to just put, like, you're not gonna want to just put tin foil over top of it. That was just something for me personally. I never cooked my own food, and I never really went out. So because I was eating at like the dining hall, and I would finish my meal at the dining hall and not bring anything back, I just never felt the need to have the tin foil. You know, so that's why I just don't think it's necessary, and I'm not sure why it's on my packing list, but now you know, you don't really need to bring tin foil with you. The 4th thing that I recommend you don't take, that actually is all over my packing list and on other packing lists that I've seen, is a flashlight. You're not going to use that flashlight very often, and honestly, if you ever need a flashlight, just use your phone. Unless your phone's dead, then maybe you'll need the flashlight, but for the most part, you're not ever going to use a flashlight. I don't think I've ever had to really use a flashlight, unless I was looking under, like, my bed or one of my dressers or something, like in case something fell down, like behind my desk or behind my dresser. But in that case, I would just use my phone and not worry about my flashlight. So that's just one of the things, again, they put on the packing list, but you really don't need, because you have it on your phone now. The final thing that I recommend you don't bring is a lot of extra stuff to do. So when I was a freshman, I brought, like, I thought I would have all the free time in the world, and I brought, like, books and needlepointing and workbooks and all this stuff to do. And I realized didn't really have that kind of time. I was either working on, like, homework, or I was going out with friends, like, or, you know, I was doing other stuff that wasn't necessarily what I brought to do in my free time. And so I would recommend still bringing something like a book you like to read, or a hobby maybe that you like to do, but I wouldn't overdo it, because you're gonna find that you're not gonna have that kind of time to sit down and do that, to be honest with you. And even as someone who is a college senior, I'm going to be a college senior, like, even times when I didn't really have that many classes scheduled, I still found myself almost constantly doing homework. So, you know, so I really didn't, like, need that extra stuff to do. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and also comment down below. Also, make sure you guys go follow me on my social medias. The links are in the description, except for my TikTok. I don't think it's in the description. My TikTok is at megcat10. So go follow me on TikTok. I do post some on TikTok. I've been making a lot more of those because they're short and they're really easy to edit. So go follow me on TikTok. And so I hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!